Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sonny here, and this video is going to break down the gear needed to be able to do all the different bosses with some cheese builds included, because there's still some things you can cheese, but it's very limited. And I've been getting, of course, a lot of questions about the changes of this. So I'm gonna break everything down in this video: the new caps, the items, the new rules for the bosses, everything. So let's get to it. First, there is new caps requirements, and this is hard requirements. You cannot enter the boss fight without hitting these numbers. So it's still the same for Jordine: 350 AP, 427 DP. It's changed for Ruskull: 375 AP and 440 DP. And for Insula, it is 385 AP and 445 DP. Now, some of the things that have changed is this. Number one, they have removed the boss buffs to work. So the 1 AP, 1 DP from the Land of Moonlight boss buffs, they do not apply to these caps, so they don't work. Next up, the combat stats of items occupying the pearl slot. So those professional outfits, I've been making some videos about telling you guys how to get them for the 1 DP. Well, I guess PA was watching those videos as well, because they do not apply to all content in the Edania region anymore. So your hunter's outfit or gathering whatever, the 1 DP costumes, they do not work anymore for this either. And then they also added this change here. You can only enter when wearing equipment, weapons, armor, accessories with an item grade of red or higher, excluding artifacts and alchemy stones. This means that Capocias, Narcs, Istos, whatever, no longer work. You cannot have them on. So you need a full set of Slumbering Origin Armors or Edania, full set obviously of Black Star weapons or Sovereign weapons, and your accessories has to be full Karasat. You cannot use anything but Karasat accessories when entering. So with these things in mind, we've looked at the numbers. Also, very important, we are getting the 1 AP DP journal with the patch. So all these numbers I'm about to show you, I will of course update the spreadsheet in the description once it's there on Garments.com. But right now I'm missing 1 AP and 1 DP for reaching the goals, and that's because we're getting the journal. Pretty sure you just need to do the main quest lines and you get the 1 AP DP, so it should be very fast to do. So here they are. And of course, link will be in the description. Quick note about these numbers: they are cost efficient. So they are made in mind of you being close to reaching this or working towards doing any of the 3 bosses, right? Have them here with some different cheese. And the most cost efficient way of reaching the gear stats. That's what this build where we used the new page from Bayrock, link in the description, where you can see here his upgrade cost. I do believe this needs to include a quick update to the... No, it's already did. It already has it here with the earring and the belt. Same stat value, right? And then also we're looking at some later on. He has some cost enhancing for the Edania, which we're also going to use in this. So link will be in the description to his page as well. So here, the first boss, Jordine. This is the most cost efficient build in the progression. Now, of course, if it happens that you already have a TED armor, then you can go with only a dual armor. It gives you the same total DP. But assuming you're progressing towards, it's better to get the goals, get there and start doing the bosses for the rewards and the upgrade stones. So here you go. I just, for the purpose of this, I just assumed you were Succession. If you're Awakening, then obviously you want a Sovereign Awakening weapon, right? It's just to show the stats. So here with this, Zip, and then 3 pin Karasats and 2 Hex, it doesn't matter which one is which, full Tri Armors and a Vel's Heart and Ted Offhand. That's gonna get you there, 350 and 427. There is no cheese to be had here. The cheese involves using a different alchemy stone, Perillian Star or Khan's Heart. I will quickly show you why it doesn't matter until the very last boss. So to cheese something, it means you have to be able to skip on something else. If we put on the Khan's Heart for the DP cheese, right, we are more DP. The problem is you can't drop an armor. So there's no way you can cheese using Khan's Heart at the lower bosses, because you lose 3 DP on an armor upgrade but only gain 2, so it's not enough. Now you could of course use an AP one and then get another AP upgrade if you can't get a Vel's Heart. So luckily, that works. Next up is Ruskull, the next boss. And this is a big jump up, right? Ruskull is 375, 440. So with this build here, we're hitting the numbers just right. You need full TED armors and a zip offhand. Now, again, this is a build for somebody just trying to get there. If you're not at this point at the moment, right, and maybe you're getting in and do Jordine, by the time you have the AP to do Ruskull, there's a good chance you could have gotten maybe 3 Edania armors, which would then give the same, and then you can still do a try. So of course there's a few playing around here. This is just the most cost-efficient goal to reach when you're pushing for it. But once you start getting Edania armors, you can slack at some other stats, right? But this here is it. The numbers are there. Zip, primary weapon. Zip offhand. You want deck necklace. And then you're looking at octs and 1 zip accessories. Of course, remember that if you're buying a pin dibble converted to NOF, then you can slack on some of those other ones on your progression and still reach the 375. But you are looking for full set accessories and a zip offhand for the next boss. And finally, Enslar. This here is going to be the most cost-efficient way of getting there. Oct, primary weapon, Oct offhand, deck neck, 1 deck accessory, and the rest NOF. That's going to give you the AP. And for the armors, it is actually 2 TEDs and then 2 duos. And the reason for this is because of the amount of stones it takes. You would think that you want to convert all your armors first. You don't. Unless you want to get the stats for, say, PvP, but even then, unless you're evasion, then the gloves and boots are small upgrades, the helmets and the chest are better. Also, quick note, this already does include the +1 AP we're going to be getting on the earrings. Skull on Gamma.com, it already added the 1 AP upgrade, so you can see NOF is 21. That's what deck is on live when I'm making this video, so it's already included. Right, so let me explain why you go do armors. It's because it takes 1 stone to convert, and then it's going to be hopefully 2 more stones to upgrade. So this would be a total of 6 stones, where if you go 4 price, it's going to be a total of 8 stones. And as you can see here on Bayberg Street, the chance of upgrading Pry and Duo with the cost optimal stacks is the same. And the difference changes very little. So even if you want to overstack, it's only a slight increase on the Pry. But you're then spending another stone to convert, which means that you're better off trying to get Duo to get the stats ASAP. And why is this important? Well, it's important because this boss gives you another stone every week. So that's a 50% increase in stone acquisition every week as soon as you can do Insula. So my recommendation would push the duos first. Here's the stats. And this is what you should be aiming for. Now, I know there's some people out there that are very close already, have all the gear and everything, but not the armors to do Insula. So I got 2 cheese builds for the people that are stacking up. This is what I would like to call the choice build, right? The people that can go for deck offhand on day 1. So if you want to be able, you don't have a pin falling guard armor, you want to push Insula right away, this is what you need. You need to get Arcane's Heart protection, and you need to be able to make a deck offhand. That's going to push you to the 445 with the journal. And then for the AP, most likely if you're able to make a deck, you probably have a deck already, so the AP shouldn't be a problem, but this would be the AP requirements as well. Now, more people will be able to do it on like week 2. And you can do it with this. So you can also wait 1 more week. You get your 2 stones from Ruskull in week 1, and then you convert and you pray that you get that pry. If you get a pry, that means you can drop down and only use enough for Insula, but you still need the upgraded Khan's Heart for cheesing this. But yeah, those are the builds, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments or drop by Twitch TV/Biceptimusprime or kick.com/Biceptimusprime. I'll see you all in the next one.